back to our channel. Today I'm going to be teaching a not so private voice lesson. I thought this video would be helpful for those who have always been wondering how a private lesson would go and wanting to take some for themselves. This is the video for you. And also if you're a teacher wanting to figure out how to start teaching and you just don't know exactly where to begin, this video is for you as well. I can tell you that our student today is female. She is not a novice to music. She's been surrounded by it most of her life and she sings really well in tune. She just has never had a private voice lesson that goes over technique. And she also happens to be the drummer for our band. But before we go into this really cool lesson, I first want to take a moment to address a really good question that was left in the comments of our previous video, Easy Vocal Warm-Ups for Beginner Singers. The subscriber asked what age is most suitable to start vocal training. Before I directly answer that, I want to say that it doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are, it's never too late or never too early to start voice lessons. You can always improve upon what you're doing and you can be surprised how much a person can grow in just a short period of time. I've known people who have been considered tone deaf learn how to match pitch pretty easily. So it's never too late, never too early. But to directly answer that question, I would say the best time to start vocal lessons is as early as possible. As soon as you notice that a child is starting to sing and mimic songs, you can begin teaching them technique from that early. But there's only certain parts of the technique I would teach when they are younger. While a singer is still young, so I would say ages 4, 5, whatever age a child usually starts to sing, the only part that I would really cover is the deep breathing. You can never learn that too early. If they can get that from early on and know that when I sing, I always breathe low, it will be very helpful for them later on. I would not cover so much the supporting and the leaning into support, the lower support part of it until later on in life. So I'd say after age 14, so maybe 15, 16. Some say the best time to start voice lessons is as late as 18. Children, when they're young, tend to naturally sing with a nice free-flowing tone and they're not strained. It's usually not until later when their body has changed and they've developed more that you notice a change in that, and that's when you have to reinforce that lower breathing and only leaning down here to sing. But please know that any age is good to start singing, whether you're 50, 60, or 7 years old. Now, let's jump into our private voice lesson. Welcome to your first official voice lesson. Okay, so before we jump into singing, let's go ahead and cover posture and also breathing. Okay. So when you stand, you want to make sure your shoulders are nice and wide apart, so kind of like to your hips, but not all the way back like you're pushing or arching your back, and neither do you want it slumped over. Okay. So just a happy medium. Okay, that looks good. Also, you want your feet to be about a shoulder width apart. So you can look down if you need to. Okay, good. So now that your posture is good, it enables you to have an easier way to breathe deep. Okay. So now go ahead and put your hands on your lower abdomen and freely take a few deep breaths on your own. Remember, you want it nice and low. Just focus on getting that nice low breath. Okay, good. Pretend to breathe through a straw if you need to, so make the passageway nice and low. Looks like you're doing it right. Let me feel. Okay, you want less muscle and more like just expansion. There you go. I think you're really getting it. You must have watched our last video. Okay, good. So now we're gonna go on to singing, and each time you take a breath, you want that nice little breath to support the sound that you're gonna do. So the first one is, ooh, here you go. Ooh, ooh. Not bad. Ooh, ooh. Good. Ooh. Okay, one thing that I am noticing is that I hear slight hitch when you start, ooh. I'm exaggerating, it's not like that, but you want it to be seamless. So what you want is you want your breath to start as soon as your voice starts. So you take a nice deep breath and you want ooh, not like ooh, like you start the singing before the breath comes in. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's start a little bit lower. I noticed that your voice really brightens after you get up here. So let's try, ooh, deep breath, ooh. Better. That's good. Now I'd rather you overcompensate, which you did a little bit.
Okay.
I noticed a little extra air in the ooh. So I want the right amount of air with the right amount of sound, and you want ooh, like double ooh, not ooh, just ooh. Sorry, here again. Ooh, here you go. Ooh. Good. So much better. Nice. Good. Higher. Sounding good. Take a deep breath to support it. Okay, that's a little high. Come back down. Not bad at all. Ooh, not who. Ooh. There you go. Let the air start at the same time you sing. Okay, not bad. Let's move on to the next warm up. Ma, 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 ma. Nice and forward. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Okay. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Okay, can I get it a little bit brighter? What I'm hearing now, I'm gonna exaggerate the sound, but I'm hearing a little like ma, 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 ma. I went nice and forward, like ma, 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 ma. Here at the end, the air is still there. I still have enough breath to sustain it. So ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. And you can even drop your jaw a little bit more, especially go lower. But you need a lot of air to support that kind of sound. So take a nice deep breath. You're doing well. Ready and go. Ma, 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 ma. Don't make it louder, just more air. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Forward. Ma, 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 ma. Ooh, try this. I want a little bit more forward. Take your fingers and put it right here at your nose. Right here, yeah. So you want ma, 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 ma. It reminds you to get it nice and bright and forward. So let's start from up here. Ma, 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 ma. Ready, go. Ma, 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 oh, that changed immensely. Wow. Exactly what I want. Take a deep breath. Good job. How low can you go? Don't push. Ooh, one more. Okay, good job. That's pretty good. Now let's do Zia. I want to start that low. See, I think you ended here. So try, can you do Zia, Zia, Zia? Let me hear that. Here you go. Zia, Zia, Zia. Okay, so this one's tricky. You want it to get forward. The range is fine. So you want the Z to be Z. Try that with me. Here you go. Z, Z. So think a little bit higher in the pitch. Maybe it's a little low. Let me try it here. Zia, Zia, Zia. Let me hear you do it again. Zia, Zia, Zia. Okay, better. Ready? Okay, so let's start and go for a second. Ready? Here you go. Zia, Zia, Zia. Zia, Zia, Zia. Zia, Zia, Zia. Zia, Zia, Zia. That's a break in your voice. It's totally natural. Zia, Zia, Zia. I don't want Zia. We don't decide. We're not doing Broadway quite yet. So sorry. Zia, Zia, Zia. Hit the pitch. Later on, you can work on some other techniques too. But for now, I want it nice and clean. Zia, and then the same thing we did for ma, 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 ma. I want it here too. Zia, nice and vibrant. Ready? Here you go. Zia, Zia, Zia. Open your mouth. Drop your jaw. Zia, Zia, Zia. Drop your jaw. You're not dropping it. Look in there. Better, better. One more. Make sure you take a low breath. I just saw a shallow breath, so take another low one. Yeah, you're doing good. So zia, zia, zia. Ready, go. Deep breath. Zia, zia, zia. Zia, zia, zia. Good. Zia, zia, zia. Zia, zia, zia. Okay, good. Now, the next one. Yeah, That's gonna be a challenge because you need a lot of air for this one. It's because you don't want your voice to be like yeah, You want a nice and yeah, Ready, go. Yeah, Not bad. Yeah, I don't want yeah, Just a nice and clean. Yeah, Ready, go. Yeah, I still hear it. Yeah, Get it clean. Yeah, Better. Yeah, Oh, I heard it come back. Do it clean. Yeah, That one was good. Yeah, Good. More air. Yeah, Good. Good job. I hear we can work on that, but you want it to be nice and clean. Ready, here you go. Drop your jaw. You're done, you're getting it. Back up. Drop your jaw. Good. Much better. Last one. Okay. Sometimes that exercise can make you feel a little bit lightheaded. Okay. So this is our last one. Okay, I have to commend you on your forwardness. Every single vowel was completely forward. So I think that me helps you to get everything. It was like me, me, mo, mo, mo. That was good. Now all I want is to be able to have enough air to sustain the whole warm up. Ready? Try it again. Ready? And here you go. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Take a deep breath. Mo to be, all of them are good except for the mo. I want a little bit more brighter. So me, me, mo, mo. Still, I want it as sing-songy as the rest. Don't kind of like glide over it. Ready? Okay. Ready? And here you go. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. That's good. Me, me, mo. No, not. You can open your mouth for me, me, mo, mo, not me, me, mo. Does you understand what I'm saying? Okay, ready? Let's start a little bit higher, because I notice it's easier when you're singing higher. Me, me, mo, 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 your turn. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Deep breath. Good, that's very good. Watch on that may. Going forward. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. One more. Me, me, mo, mo, mo. Okay, you really did a good job. Great. Woo! Thank you for watching this video.
If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.
And if you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below. They can be questions for me or for her. You can ask her about her experience. I hope that it went well.
It went well.
Okay, good. And who knows, maybe you'll get your question answered in our next video.
Yes.
Thanks. See you next time. you.